this crowd decked out in purple, and they were in full roar as their guys burst out of the locker room. We're ready for football, folks, as the Vikings get set to do battle with the San Francisco 49ers. That's fielded in the end zone. And he'll elect not to return this one, so they'll bring it out to the 25 on the touchback. First carry down for the former Viking. This is Jerick McKinnon. That's going to go as a loss of 2, and it'll be second down.
I know the scouting report on him is that he doesn't possess the eye discipline to be an elite linebacker, and what that means is his ability to read, react, and make a play. But on that one, he looked like one of those guys.
First play of the drive goes the wrong way. Here's 2nd and 12. McKinnon. And he'll be taken down right around the 27. The tackle goes there to Linval Joseph.
A quick burst there, and he nicely bit off a pretty decent gain.
An early tough test on the opening drive. This is 3rd and 8. Now a play fake. Garoppolo. Goodwin able to haul it in. And he's going to get this down to the 35-yard line. A big gain of 38 there on 3rd down.
Well, partner, I'm not sure how this drive's going to end, but how about the way they flip field position there? A nice attacking play that picked up a heck of a chunk of yardage.
So that changes things a bit. Here's a 1st and 10 all the way down at the 35. They'll run it now out of the gun. And past the 30 down to about the 27. 8 yards on the pickup, and now they'll have some options on 2nd and short. Now Garoppolo throwing on 2nd. A dump down to McKinnon. And they'll be inside the 25 now at the 24. Only 3 there on the pickup, but that's enough to move the chains. And they're getting him involved early.
You feel like they saw something on tape, or they just have a sense with him because he's had a good week of practice or something in that area that they want him involved. Just as you said, they want him to touch it either in the running game or the passing game, but they must like the matchups they're getting.
They'll run it now out of the gun. And he'll be taken down near the 20 at the 21. Give him a couple on the carry there. 2nd and 8.
They tried a quick hitter inside, but that one was swallowed up because what they're hoping, those big defensive linemen will take the bait and move laterally and open up a crease that they can run through. Didn't happen on that play.
Garoppolo to throw on 2nd down. And he's going to have to eat this one as down he goes. Everson Griffin in there to drop him, and it'll be a loss of about 8. So the sack of Garoppolo, and now what can they come up with on 3rd and long? Working from the gun, Garoppolo. He's got his man on the crossing route. And now past another. And down he goes, taking it inside the 10, just shy of the 5 at the 6. They're able to convert on 3rd down, and that sets up a 1st and goal.
His passing's been on point on this drive, hasn't it? Been very accurate, gotten the ball downfield, gained nice chunks of yardage. But now, in this situation, the field is really condensed, partner. So if he's going to throw the football, that could be pinpoint here.
I was going to ask you about that. Field shrinks, has to be sharper, but it's been a good opening drive so far.
Now they just want to see if they can cap it off with the bell ringer and put it in the end zone.
They'll try and run for it on 1st and goal. And he's going to take it in. Touchdown, San Francisco. Jerick McKinnon, his first touchdown as a 49er. And the 49ers drive right down the field and score on the opening drive. Gold now out to kick it away. Cousins and the Vikings with a 1st and 10 at their own 25-yard line. And it's a welcome back to health for last year's #1 pick. This is Dalvin Cook. DeForest Buckner in on the tackle.
Well, it's time for them to be good teammates right here. And what I mean by that is possess the ball for a little while. Get at least 2 first downs. Give their defense a chance to settle down a little bit after they give up a touchdown.
The last play got just a yard. Here's 2nd and 9 from the 26. Now a 2nd down throw for Cousins. He'll try and set up the screen. It's complete. And he will lose yardage here back at the 23-yard line. He'll wind up losing 3. And now it's 3rd down. So negative yardage, a loss of 3 on 2nd down, and that leads to a tough 3rd down call. From the shotgun, it's Cousins. He's going to flip one out here to his running back. And he's able to take this one up to the 35-yard line. So they'll get 11, but still. A little short. 4th down. And in their own territory, needing only a few inches, they're going to line up to go for this thing on 4th down. They'll run for it. Cook. And he's got the 1st down yardage before he's brought down at the 42. They only needed a few inches, but still some anxious moments there, but they do convert on 4th. The 4th down run successful. Now they look to pay it off on 1st down. They run again on 1st down. Cook. Give him 11 yards that time and a new set of downs.
Something to watch here in week 1 of the season, tackling. Because you and I both know that in the preseason, a lot of these guys don't play a whole lot. Plus, the intensity and the speed really ratchets up on opening week.
A couple of first downs on the drive already, as they'll go from the 47 now on first down. Cousins now to throw on first down. The left side caught by Diggs. And they go backwards here, losing yardage back at the 48-yard line.
Well, that was a simple throw and catch, but even with that completion, 0 yards gained, so they're behind schedule on down and distance.
I think they were hoping to get it to him. He could make a man or two miss, but that window closed quickly. Back now with Charles Davis. I'm Brandon Gaudin. Second quarter begins with the Vikings holding the football, but they face a second and long to start things out. They pitch it out to Cook. And he's going to fight his way forward here for a modest gain. 4 yards on the pickup there as they get it back to a more manageable 3rd and 7.
And that's one of the reasons you like to blitz even on rundowns. It confuses the blocking assignments. It doesn't allow those offensive linemen to get up to the second level.
And on 3rd down, a nickel formation here defensively.
Hey, Clifford! We got three, fellas.
Working out of the gun, Cousins. Finding his safety valve here. That's complete. And this time he's able to take it down to the 42. It'll be a 2-yard gain, and it'll be 4th down. So they are going to call on Dan Bailey here. His career long is 56 yards done in Seattle. This will be spotted just shy of midfield, a 59-yard attempt. And that will wind up just short. He had it on line. It ran out of gas at the end, and this score will stay right where it is. A good effort there from distance, but he might have needed a little more help from the air conditioning behind him on that one.
It probably would have helped. This is awfully close to getting there. It was right on target, but it winds up being just a little bit short.
The 49ers heading out, and if you listen real closely, you can hear it, the buzz right now that is around this 49er team. And look, they finished last year strong. Big reason why, Jimmy Garoppolo. So a lot of hope coming into 2018.
And I think you nailed everything that you're really talking about with this team, starting with Jimmy Garoppolo. But I think underneath it, I go back to the start of last season. Brand new head coach in Kyle Shanahan, brand new general manager, and a brand new direction, and they stayed the course despite starting the season with a long losing streak. Many people wondered if they would win a game, but they didn't panic, didn't rush out and get a lot of veterans for short-term help. Just said, this is our team, this is our structure, let's go for it. And they kept doing that and finished the season with a 5-game winning streak led by, as you mentioned, Jimmy Garoppolo, and a lot of hope and optimism for the future.
Jimmy Garoppolo remembers 7-0 lifetime as an NFL starter. He's got the lead here in the opener with a Niner first down. This will be caught inside the 10. Touchdown, 49ers. George Kittle, 39 yards. And the 49ers add 6 to their lead. And he'll bang that one through. Gold now out to kick it away. That's fielded in the end zone. And the decision to bring it out, a good one, as he's up a yard or two shy of the 30. The Vikings heading out, and we'll have to see what the Falcons do this year, but we do know that the Vikings will not be the first team to play the Super Bowl in their home stadium because they had that shot last year, Charles. Came up short in the NFC title game, but this is a club that has retooled to make another run.
Still built defense first, in the image of their head coach, Mike Zimmer. And they have all-stars at every level. Start with Linval Joseph at defensive tackle. Move back to Anthony Barr at linebacker. Xavier Rhodes at cornerback. Harrison Smith at safety. They can do it all on defense. But the signing of Kirk Cousins on offense at quarterback signals that this is a Vikings team that wants to open things up a little bit, get a little bit more explosive, and not have to play quite as many grinded-out games as they did in 2017.
Back to the ground, this time Cook. They get 9 out of that one, and as a result, the drive continues.
I remember the first time I saw Dalvin Cook play in college. I was watching him on TV, called a scouting friend of mine and said, "Who is this guy? He's special." And he said, "Dude, you're watching a home run hitter on the field."
Yeah, he was special in Tallahassee. Left Florida State their all-time leader in rushing yards and touchdowns. On first down, Murray. And he takes this up right near the 45-yard line. Call it a gain of 4 on first, and that'll make it second down.
I call that play a success. A nice inside run sets up a very manageable second down, a very solid gain on that play.
On second down, Cook. And nothing doing. He's immediately taken down at the line of scrimmage. No gain on the play there, so they're left with a 3rd down and 6.
No gain on that run, and while this team is down, they're not out of it by any stretch of the imagination. Maybe you just have to think about different style of running in order to get this guy going.
Third down, Dalvin Cook. And he'll be brought down, losing yardage back at the 40. He loses 4, and it brings up 4th. 2 minutes to play here in the first half. More from Minneapolis after this. On now to kick it away is the punter, Matt Weil. The speedster Dante Pettis back deep to return. This is taken around the 12. A nice job on the return there, 16 yards. And the Niners will go on offense, 1st and 10. And San Francisco gets set to go here. Now, right now, they're saying, hey, let's keep this going. 2 drives, 2 touchdowns.
Yeah, can't ask for a better start than that, can you? I mean, this is the way you practice it. This is the way you rehearse it. But right now, the play caller, they're locked in really well.
Oh, he's got a man wide open, complete. The 20, 10, touchdown, 49ers. Jimmy Garoppolo with his 2nd touchdown pass of this first half. And the 49ers add on to their lead. And he's able to put it through. Gold now out to kick it away. That'll be taken in the end zone. And he'll get it up to about the 26-yard line, just across the 25. This offense trots back out there now, and as they do, Charles, one thing to point out that we saw a second ago are some of the new rules in the NFL this year regarding kickoffs.
Yeah, nowadays, the kickoff team, no more running starts. Remember that when you kind of circle a guy around and here he goes? No more. You have to start, close to the ball, And when it's kicked, then you get to take off and go, so you can't build up your speed that way. Also, when you're returning it, remember those wedges that we used to say where guys would form together, 2 or 3 guys? No more of those. So it'd be a lot more man-on-man, one-on-one blocking. And also they have rules about where people have to be when the ball's kicked, what they have to do when the ball's caught. So to me, it's much more like a punt return than it is an actual kickoff return. So I'm eager to see if teams now take their punt returners, those nifty guys who make people miss in the open field, and make them the kickoff returners as well, because I think you can still get big plays in this area if you have the right people back there.
First down, here's the run with Cook. And he stopped immediately there. The tackle by Eric Armstead.
Early down stuff to put this offense in a precarious position. We know that securing the point of attack, especially against the big-bodied guys in the middle of this D, has got to be priority one.
Second down, Cousins. And this one's incomplete. Dalvin Cook is running back the intended target, and it's third down.
They've been playing sound fundamental defense thus far and able to keep this offense from creating a major dent on the scoreboard.
Able to force the incompletion, but still waiting for that game-changing play. You feel like it's coming, the first sack, the first turnover.
In a sense, they're playing old-school defense right now. The new-school defense is what you said, taking the ball away.
And that is incomplete.
Certainly looked like they were getting ready to convert there on third down, but what an effort to get his hand on that one, knock it away, and brings up a fourth down decision.
And now it's the punter Weil on as he sends this one away. That's fielded at the 8-yard line. That'll go as a punt of 34 yards that time. And the 49ers will take over deep in their own territory. And San Francisco gets set to go here. And the ball backed way up, so thinking with this amount of time on the clock, probably just sit on it, and we'll see these two teams go to the lockers.
Yeah, I don't think you want to overthink it in this situation. Either side of the ball. Just go ahead and finish up the half and get on out and talk about it.
To throw, it's Garoppolo. Steps away to his left. First down yardage on the first play of the drive, 14 yards. The 49ers now going to use the first of their timeouts as they stop it with 19 seconds to go in half number 1. Garoppolo now, first down throw. The Vikings after him, and they get there for the sack. Everson Griffin in there to get him his second sack now of the afternoon. Now a timeout taken. Perhaps a chance for one more quick play and then another timeout if they hurry. We'll see. So that complicates things a bit here. 18 yards to go now on second down. On play action, now Garoppolo. They'll roll him out right. And he's going to go down again. So we've reached halftime here on opening weekend. As we'll check in for the first time with the newest member of our Madden family, it's Jonathan Coachman with our EA Sports Halftime Report. Take it away, Coach. All right, Coach, thank you, and we welcome everyone back for quarter number 3. We'll see if week 1 fatigue becomes any kind of a factor as we are back underway in the second half. That's fielded in the end zone. And no run back here. This will be a touchback, and it comes out to the 25-yard line. Out come the Vikings. They'll have it first on offense as we begin the third. These guys had to punt last time. It has not been a very fruitful game offensively thus far. They haven't even made a trip to the red zone. And I know that everyone's going crazy on that sideline because that drives you berserk to come off the field, not really move the ball well. As you said, not even get to the red zone, let alone, not even put points on the board. They've got to just take a deep breath, relax, try and figure out what is working, and call more of that. A nice run there, 9 yards, and it'll be second down. Of course, last year, you think about Dalvin Cook's injury in Week 4 with a torn ACL, just hoping that he can stay healthy in 2018. And if so, we'll see plenty of runs that will be big time in 2018. Because in 2017, he took over the starting running back job as a rookie and was off to a terrific start. In fact, if you ask people in the Minnesota Vikings organization, they were giddy at the fact that they were able to get him out
outside of the first round and plug him into the lineup. They expect him to be big time in this season.
Give him 3 yards and a fresh set of downs. So from the 36 now, 1st and 10. Handoff comes to Cook. And he is met at the line of scrimmage, and he goes down right there. No gain on the play. It'll be 2nd down.
Brandon, one thing about blitzes, they really confuse offensive linemen at times, and what you have to do is lock in on the guy right in front of you. If you don't, you saw the end result. Defensive tackle ended up making the play.
They'll try to throw now. Cousins. It's caught on the right side by Robinson. And he'll bring it up here to right at the 40-yard line. 4 yards on the completion, and it sets up a 3rd down.
One thing you're hoping for when you run drag routes, you're able to hit a receiver in stride, and he can pick up a lot of yardage after the catch. But in this situation, the defense was effective, able to stop him before he could get a good head of steam going.
On 3rd down, Cousins. And he couldn't hang on to it through the contact. Incomplete. Another drive comes and goes. Still nothing on the scoreboard.
Yeah, and when the second half comes, you know, it's real easy to get discouraged and wonder if you're ever going to get things started. You just got to fight through it. Got to keep pounding away.
It'll be a 40-yard punt, 8 on the return. And out will come the offense as they take over. Here's a look at the 49ers offense as they make their way out for their first possession of the second half. They have the lead here. Well, we talk a lot about pregame speeches. What are halftime speeches like?
For the most part, not nearly as emotional. They're a lot more clinical. Every now and then, though, they'll get after you if they think they need to light a fire. But in this case, let's go into the virtual locker room, because here's what I think happened. They got in there and they said, listen, let's take control right away. Defense, we got the lead. Defense, don't give up any points. Turn the ball back over to the offense and let them go down and score and give us more of a cushion in the game. Check so far. Defense shut them down. Let's see if the offense gets done.
Garoppolo to his tight end, Kittle, for a Niner first down. Garoppolo in the offense with a 1st and 10, and he's completed all 7 of his passes thus far. From the gun, it's Garoppolo. And this is going to be caught. He won the fight for the football. Another nice gain, 16 yards there, and a first down again.
Slant route's effective no matter who's running the route and catching the ball. But when you have a receiver of that stature, you have to be a little bit more precise throwing it. You don't have the same catch radius with the bigger targets.
Now McKinnon. And a pretty good run there as he gets 7 down to the 33.
Well, no matter how they phrase it, staying on schedule, staying ahead of the sticks, whatever you want to call it, 7 yards on first down, that fits the bill.
On second down, here's Garoppolo. Flushed out right, and he can't get rid of it. He's taken down. Daniil Hunter. He's the one that got to him. He takes him down for a loss of 9. So the sack of Garoppolo. And now what can they come up with on 3rd and long? They'll run it now out of the gun. Oh, he's got some breathing room. Touchdown, 49ers. Jerick McKinnon, already his 2nd touchdown here in this opening weekend. And the 49ers add 6 to their lead. And this one through the uprights and good. Gold now out to kick it away. That'll be taken in the end zone. And he's up past the 20 to the 22-yard line. Now the Vikings offense works their way back onto the field.
And right now these guys, they're shuffling a little bit, maybe doubting, because 3 straight drives have ended with them punting the football away.
Yeah, so you start pointing fingers at each other a little bit, asking a lot of questions. What are you seeing? What are you getting? Maybe trying to narrow down your playbook a little bit and maybe get simpler rather than more complex in order to try and fashion together a drive. What's the old expression, 3 yards in a cloud of dust? In this case, it's dust-covered pellets. It's no longer that old grass that we used to play on, right, and chew it up. Now we've got that artificial surface. You see the pellets go up. Still a nice play by the defense.
And he'll be taken down, but not before they work it across midfield. 25 yards to pick up there, and also a first down.
Outside handoff to the right side. If you're a running back, you love getting the ball early so you have vision to see what's happening in front of you.
Right tackle likes that call. Big play for him, but don't forget about the guys you always tell me on the backside sealing off.
When they talk about cutoff blocks, making sure no one can leak from the backside that can run a play down.
And nobody leaked. Big play. Back-to-back nice gains. That one for 14 yards and another first. Nothing in that first half, nothing on the last drive, but they're moving now with a 1st and 10. They'll run it now out of the gun. And a solid run down inside the 30. It's a 6-yard pickup, but it gets them to 2nd and 4.
Let's talk a little football 101 here, because one of the keys to advancing the ball downfield, success on first down. Huge difference, as we know, between 2nd and 4 and 2nd and 8 and 9.
Again, it's Cook. And he will reach the 8-yard line before going out. That burst good for 20 and a first down.
Coming in, he really liked his chance of having a big year based on a terrific offseason. And runs like that on opening weekend show that he's right.
They'll run with Cook. And this play doesn't go anywhere. Backwards, losing yardage to the 11. It's a loss of 2 there, bringing up 2nd down.
That's a tough one right there. He ran right into the teeth of the blitz as the linebacker was freed up in order to stuff that one for a loss. I think quarterbacks got to see that. Got to find a way to audible into something a little more advantageous.
I got 8. I got 8. I got 8. Listen to me.
And we return, welcoming you back to Minneapolis. A lot of folks starting to make their way to the parking lot. Their guys trail big here to begin quarter number 4. Cousins now on 2nd down. Throwing for his running back, and he's got him complete. And he's going to be brought down just shy of the 5 at the 6. 5 yards that time on the completion. And now it's 3rd and goal.
3 down. Hey, fellas, we got 3. Let's go. Hey, check back 26.
3rd and goal for Cousins. And that is, I think he caught it. He did, but they'll say out of bounds. It'll be incomplete.
Sometimes it's just not your day. There's another failure right there on 3rd down.
Now on 4th down, we've got a whistle here and a timeout. It's just their first. They'll be down to 2 remaining as we step aside here in the 4th quarter. And a field goal obviously means nothing here. They're going to go ahead and go for it on 4th down.
3 down.
Oh, look at this play call. He will not even make it back to the line of scrimmage. They'll get neither the touchdown nor the first down. And the 49ers are going to get the football back. The 49ers offense making its way back out there. And this game comfortably in hand. The scoreboard speaks for itself, but you still got your starting quarterback out there. When do you go to the backup, let him get some time?
And that's one of the great questions in the NFL, Brandon, because I'm just going to tell you, in the 2015 season, I commentated on 3 games in a row that were blowouts. And in none of them did the starting quarterback ever come out of the game for the team that had a big lead. And in each instance, I asked the coaches later on, why didn't you do that? And they all looked at me and said, just don't really do that in the NFL. These guys play, and we just play them all the way through. And now
a fumble. The ball's out, and the Vikings pick up the football. And his guys will take over at the 25-yard line.
When I see a play like that, I come back to risk-reward. I don't know about you, but is it worth it at that point, whatever you're going to pick up, to either take the hit, and in this case, lose the football?
So should have gone down. I mean, hindsight's always 20/20, but that's the safe play.
You're exactly right. Hindsight's really never wrong, is it? Because you can analyze it, but I think ultimately you got to look at it as a first option, taking care of the ball, getting what you can, and that's it. Don't worry about it anymore.
Now a throw to the end zone on first down, but it winds up incomplete. Another wayward pass. Things started out poorly in this game, and to be frank, they just really haven't gotten much better.
And all that does is embolden a secondary. They feel good about what's going on, and they just play better and better.
Line of scrimmage, again the 25, 2nd and 10. Throwing again, Cousins on 2nd and 10. Escaping the pressure right. And he's able to get it to the edge of the red zone at the 20-yard line. He'll end up getting 5 out of that, but now they're looking at 3rd down. The Vikings on 3rd down. They're struggling. 0 for 6 thus far. This will be 3rd and 5.
First. Check back 27. Check back 27. Double dog. That's the hot.
From the gun, here's Cousins. Looking for Diggs, and it's intercepted. Picked off at the 14. And this one will be brought back to the 22. Thought they had something going there to break that goose egg here in the second half, but to no avail.
Hope was alive until that interception. What a terrific play, taking the ball away after it looked like they were starting a drive.
And now that shutout still standing. You know that's something those defensive guys hold a lot of pride onto.
No doubt about it. They're excited about where they are in this game.
And he fires one that's intercepted. Picked off by the linebacker, Eric Kendricks. And they are going to set up shop at the 40-yard line. Now they get a 4th quarter pick. A little something to hang their hat on, I guess.
Okay, so let's face it, though. Who's happy about this play? Fantasy guys, right?
Yeah.
The analytics will tell you one thing or another. Has a bad play on one hand, a good play on the other, but it's all about the fantasy points here.
Yeah, because this ball game is over. Following the interception, Cousins. Now they go screen. It's complete. A nice little screen. They get 6 on first down.
For a second there, I thought that might break big. Screen pass. Looked like it was coming together. Looked like there was an opening. Still, ended up with a solid gain.
6 yards was the pickup on the last completion, so here's 2nd and 4. A handoff. It's Murray. A 3-yard pickup on 2nd and 4. Now they'll need to convert here on 3rd and a little more than a yard. And that's some good tackling there to keep him short of that yellow line.
Yeah, and defensively, all I'm thinking is that on that play, get me to 3rd down. Get me into a position where I can make one more play and get my defense off the field.
They'll run it. Here's Cook. And he'll get this down to about the 30, 31-yard line. Give him a yard on the play, and he's definitely short. It'll be 4th down and a few inches. A critical one here if they're going to have any shot at this thing. So they'll go for it on 4th down. And now the 49ers signal for a timeout defensively. It's just their first. They'll be down to 2 remaining as we step aside here in the 4th quarter. They're already slim hopes are going to ride on this one. They'll go on 4th down. They'll try and run with Murray. And this will depend on the mark. I'm not sure he pushed the line forward. And indeed, he did not. They stop him. So that's the second time this game they've given it up on 4th down. They're now 1 for 3 on 4th down conversion tries.
But they must feel good about what they're doing, right? They continue to go for it on 4th down. Give the defense a lot of credit, though. They've stopped him 2 out of 3 times. Usually, you have 4th down plays that you have dialed up and ready to go and you think are going to be successful. Not so far in this game.
A loss of a yard there to start out. That leads to a 2nd and 11. They run again with Breida. And past the 40 before he's out of bounds. A nice pickup there of 11 yards, and it'll move the sticks.
Well, I'd say that run's pretty emblematic of what we've seen all day long. No matter what they've done on offense, this offensive line has controlled the line of scrimmage, given them time to throw it, run it, do whatever they wanted. That's why there are points up on the board. And right now, the psyche of the offense, we're in control, and we can do whatever we feel like doing out here on the field.
And he was able to shed the tackle, but the reserves come in for the stop. Now we've got whistles and a timeout here. Yeah, it looks like we've got a 49er that's down on the field. Hate to see this. Week 1 of the season. We'll be back.
4 down, check, 4 down.
They'll run it now out of the gun. So a nice job to break the 1 tackle, but not much daylight after that as he's brought down. Call it a gain of a couple, and that's going to leave him with a 3rd and about 5.
Detroit! Hey, check 24.
And now the first throw for the backup quarterback. And it's caught by Selleck. 23 yards on the play.
And they just had another big completion there. And I think in days gone by in the NFL, you might have asked, is this a little bit of overkill? Is this rubbing it in? I don't think people feel the same way nowadays.
It's the age-old argument. Then you could say on the other side, if you're going to get angry about it, stop it, right?
Go ahead and stop me. And I think a lot of the times they just look at it like, let's just play the game. And however it turns out, it turns out.
And not totally home free yet, but it's looking good as they come up 1st and 10.
Everyone's got 4 down.
They'll run it now out of the gun. And he will get into the end zone. It's another touchdown. This thing is ugly. Turning into a really good performance on the road. Week 1, you're just hoping for that first win. It's tough to do it away from home, though, but they're looking strong.
It certainly is. Any road win in the NFL is a great road win. I mean, it just does not matter whether it's supposed to be tough or not. In this particular situation, how great will they feel leaving with a win on the road against a tough opponent?
A little work still to do, though. And now out comes Minnesota. They are just obviously getting shellacked here in this one, Charles. What's the message if you're a coach for this final drive in a lopsided game like this?
For a lot of coaches,
be honest.
Don't forget today. Don't forget what has happened out here.
Yeah, use that as ammo going forward.
Exactly. Take a great look at that scoreboard. Realize how poorly everything went for us today. Coaching, playing, the whole deal. And never forget it, because
you're not going to want that feeling again.
No, you don't want that feeling again. And who knows? You may meet up with this team again.
Give him 9 on the play, and that'll make it 2nd and short.
Well, it's tough to be a defender in today's NFL because there's so many things to account for in today's passing game, including the back sneaking out of the backfield. Not quite as bad as a turkey bowl where you have that.
He rifles one that's intercepted. Picked off by Akella Witherspoon. And they will finally stop him, but a great return. Gets that football all the way down to the 16-yard line.
Well, this defensive pressure has been constant all game long. The pass rush, the coverage, they've all been excellent, and now they'll tack on an interception here as this one continues to slip just further and further out of hand.
The drive will start with an option going left. And no pitch there and no chance either as he's brought down behind the line of scrimmage.
Well, that's the big drawback to this play. Even if somehow the quarterback pitches it, he's not immune to the big hit. In this case, he kept it and absorbed it anyway.
That is caught at the 7. And they are going to score again. Yet another touchdown as they just add to their totals. So another score there. And often you talk about the 3 phases of the game. Defense, offense, special teams. It's been a clean sweep in this one, hasn't it?
It certainly has. They've been pretty dominant throughout this game. And privately, the head coach will add a 4th phase. That's the coaching. And he'll tell the ownership that as he tries to negotiate a new contract off of this win.
Well, they are looking strong here in the 4th quarter. Now the Minnesota offense set to take over again. Let's just be frank. They're playing for pride at this point.
That's all that's left because victory, not a chance now. And I can't wait to see how they actually go about doing it because there are a lot of people watching the body language of the guys on the field now. And if they call plays they want executed, they need to do that and do it really well. Otherwise, there could be repercussions.
We'll see how they handle the waning moments of this one. They run it again with Cook. And not a whole lot doing there as he'll get it up to about the 28-yard line. Solomon Thomas there on the tackle.
And this is why aggressive defensive coordinators love to blitz. It wreaks havoc because they end up taking their attention to the blitzers, freed up the D lineman to make the play.
On 3rd down, that's Cook. And he's going to lose yards. They take him down at the 26. Losing 2 yards that time, and now it's 4th down.
Oh, partner, that play brought back memories. Watching them string it out, letting the runner get all the way to the sideline area, but not letting him get out of bounds. They formed that picket fence and didn't allow him through.
Not only that, got him for a loss as well here. And one of the reasons they lead in the 4th quarter, plays like that.
Yeah, it took a little more time off the clock, making him do it that way, didn't they?
Here's Matt Weil now, as he'll punt it away for the 4th time today. And partner, this first week, this first game that we get to call together, so special every year, week 1. You had the flyover, the big American flag out there before the game, all the hoopla, just having football back, so special.
It is an opening day, opening game. There's just nothing like it because you really build to a crescendo. But the best part for us is that crescendo. An entire season, we get into the play.